Excuse me. Hello.
Well, Kelvin, over here.
Yes.
Obviously, we just spoke to you when you were supposed to fight in Mexico. You even weighed in, you did the face-offs and everything, and then the rug got pulled out from you. It's not every day they rebooked the fight relatively soon. So I guess after you got past the first bit of annoyance that you didn't get to fight in Mexico, were you happy that they rebooked the Joe Pyfer fight?
Yeah, they wanted me to fight Joe Pyfer. I didn't want it to be relative. I mean, they had asked me if I wanted to go the next weekend. I said, nah, I just think that would give him an advantage. He had a higher weight class. The next weekend, not an elevation, it would just give him the advantage. And we settled on June 7th here in New Jersey. And, I'm a company man, so I kind of do what I'm told. And they wanted Joe Pyfer, and we rebooked him.
Seems to be relatively respectful between you two. He said, he hasn't heard you say anything negative about him, and he would have understood if you were angry that the fight got moved. But a lot was made about his comments after, calling Mexico a shithole. He didn't want to go back there anymore. So I guess, do you take that personally, given you are, Mexican-American, or is this just, business and Joe Pyfer is up next?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it did leave a little bit of sour taste in my mouth, I just think the way he went about it was a little rude. He should say those things about other people's countries, and I just think he should have been better about the way he went about it. I don't think those comments were right.
And outside of the talk about this, but, having to get to the finish line and then, like I said, pulled out at the last minute, has this just felt like one long camp in preparation for Joe Pyfer?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've been prepared. I've known since I think October, even November, we've been prepping, looking into fighting Joe Pyfer. So it's been it's taken up a lot of my time.
So since Mexico to now, has it just been, like, how much more prep can you do for him at this point? Because he hasn't fought since then. You haven't fought since then. Is it just staying healthy, maintaining weight, and then hopefully he shows up on Saturday?
Exactly. We took a little time off, just a week off, went to Disneyland to kind of reset the mind, reset the body, and then, we went right back to work and slowly ramped it back up, and I think we did it right. I think I'm peaking just right again, and we only built off of the last camp, so everything is just that much better, I think.
Just last one from me, unrelated to your fights. It's not every day we get to speak, so I'm going into the Hall of Fame at the end of the month. So I guess, what's it been like for you since they announced that? And, just a couple weeks away, you and Izzy might just be up on the stage again accepting this Hall.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I haven't, I know it's happening, but I don't think it's really hit me yet. I think it'll hit me once I'm there, getting the jacket, getting the trophy or whatever it is. And I'll see then. I'll probably be bawling my eyes out. Who knows? But it'll be cool.
So you haven't thought of being introduced as UFC Hall of Famer Kelvin Gastelum yet?
Not really, no.
Kelvin, right here. I saw the other day you were looking for a mobile barber here in Jersey. It seems like you found one, but
yeah, man.
Yeah, okay. So
much needed
who did
haircut.
you find, and how did that go down?
My man Beto from New Brunswick. I appreciate it, brother. He hooked me up, hit me up on Instagram, and had him come last night. He hooked it up.
Oh, yeah. Looking fresh before the fight. So I saw you brought an elite grappler and Pat Downey into your camp for this fight. Santino had a lot of great things to say about him and just the way he kind of meshed with your style and what you already know. Can you just add on to that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was great to bring in a guy like Pat Downey down to my camp. I mean, everybody gets better just being around him. And the knowledge that he's constantly giving out is world class. So everybody loves having him out. I mean, his style of wrestling and jiu-jitsu meshed with my style just almost perfectly. Like, he's just like grappling-wise, he's just like a much better version, a much cleaner version of what I do. So he's just telling me how to clean up techniques, and it's just amazing how much growth I've had just being around him.
Kelvin over here. You're someone who's tried moving down back to 170 pounds. Your former opponent, Chris Curtis, is doing the same thing at UFC Nashville. What advice do you have for him getting back all the way down to 170?
I don't have no advice for Chris Curtis.
I got you. And you're someone who always goes to war in the cage. You represent the throwback fighter who would fight anybody. Why do we have less fighters like you nowadays?
Say that one more time.
You're a throwback fighter. You're someone who goes to war in the cage. You'll fight anybody. Why do you think there's less people like you nowadays?
I didn't even know that's a term, a throwback fighter. I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is.
All good. That was a compliment. And one last one.
I appreciate it.
You'll understand this one. You spent a lot of time with Henry Cejudo. What's the most important thing you've learned from him?
Just kind of how to approach your training and how to build a team around you, like a NASCAR team. You build a team around you rather than training at a team. You know, he was the guy that influenced me to move out to Arizona. So I'm there now. I'm surrounded by amazing people, and I'm loving it.
Kelvin, right over here. When you think about the legacy that you plan to leave behind and however many years from now, how much more happier, how excited are you about the fact that now you get to say, you know, I'm a Hall of Famer, that's something I accomplished throughout my career?
I think it was just a result of everything that I've done and the fights and wars that I've had. But the ultimate thing is I want people to remember me as the world champion, which hasn't happened yet, and it's still on my mind.
And last for me, not sure if it matters as much to you, but obviously the fight was originally scheduled for Mexico City. Do you think this fight would have been better to take place out there in on Mexican soil, or are you just happy to get it in general and happy that it's here in the U.S. nonetheless?
Well, now I feel that way. I'm happy that it's here, finally happening. But, you know, obviously we were ready for Mexico City. I mean, I spent the whole month out there, brought a whole camp out there. I mean, it was so much time and investment financially. And then it was a hard, grueling camp. So, you know, we were planning to use the elevation as part of a weapon. So it was unfortunate that it didn't happen there.
Thank you.
Just one question from me. Back to the hair over here to your left.
Yes.
A few years ago, Chad Ochocinco suggested that you get a sponsorship from Head and Shoulders. Did you ever get that?
I did not, but I'd welcome it. You know, this is the product that I use.
All right, thank you.
Here, Kelvin, just one more for me, actually, real quick. So you spent a month down in Mexico City and then didn't end up actually getting to fight. And then I saw you went and took a trip to Disney right after. Was the trip to Disney a bit more of a nicer vacation, I guess you could say?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a reset, you know, after a hard, grueling camp. Like, the last thing I want to do is think about fighting. So went out there with my girlfriend, and we had a good time. Yes.
Kelvin, what would you say to people that follow you in Mexico and could not see you fighting in UFC Mexico City? What do you say they will expect in this Saturday? Maybe if you want to answer in English and Spanish, it will be fine for me too.
A ver, pregúntame en español.
¿Qué mensaje le das a la gente que te sigue en México que no pudo ver tu pelea en UFC Ciudad de México? O sea, un mensaje que van a esperar de ti esta pelea, porque se quedaron pues con la expectativa de verte pelear allá.
Claro que voy ahí a levantar la bandera mexicana en alta porque pues no se pudo hacer. Mucha gente me comentó, me mandó mensajes que fueron a verme y que no pudieron. Obviamente se canceló última hora, pero les tengo esta sorpresa este sábado. Ojalá les guste la pelea, estoy listo y ojalá les guste el espectáculo.
Y tengo una más. Sé que también estuviste en contacto porque haces entrenamiento en el PI Ciudad de México con los hermanos Luna. Cuando compartiste el podcast con ellos, ¿qué impresión te dieron?
Buenísimos muchachos, tienen un gran futuro. Me cayeron muy bien y yo creo que pues enseñaron una disciplina muy buena y pues yo creo que van a verlos muy pronto entre del UFC o en Dana White's Contender Series. Yo creo que van a entrar pronto.
Sí, justamente sabemos que ellos están a la espera de esto. ¿Cuánto tú crees? ¿Tú crees que será este año o quizás el próximo?
Tal vez este año. ¿no? Los veo con muy buen nivel. Todos los muchachos y las muchachas allá entrenando en el PI allá en México escogieron un buen bonche de muchachos porque todos, la mayoría los veo con un muy buen futuro.
Muchas gracias, Kelvin.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Kelvin, cuando hablamos en México, de cara a al mismo combate, la narrativa giraba más en el entorno de juventud contra experiencia. Habías hablado de no entiendes por qué te perciben de esa manera. Sin embargo, de cara a esta reprogramación del combate, la narrativa ha cambiado, ¿no? ¿Sientes algún tipo de presión extra de ganar este combate luego de las expresiones de él? Sé que ya lo respondiste en inglés, pero me gustaría que pudieras abundar un poquito más en español. ¿Cuál fue tu percepción luego de sus expresiones y cómo se refirió a México luego de lo que le sucedió?
Sí, la verdad es que no me gustó nada los comentarios que hizo. Yo creo que se me hizo una falta de respeto. Verdad, ya después de la pelea que fue cancelada, verdad, no me gustó su carácter. O sea, y no me gustó sus comentarios. Y yo creo que la gente va a esperar que le dé unos coscorrones o dos el día de la pelea y tenlo por seguro que sí se los voy a dar.
Él durante toda la promoción ha dicho que quiere ser el primer peleador en noquearte, volviendo más a la narrativa del veterano contra el peleador más joven, ¿no? Cosa que nadie ha hecho. Cuando escuchas estas expresiones, ¿crees que es un error de su parte pensar en el knockout, sabiendo que eres un peleador sumamente duradero y que obviamente muchas personas consideran que eres mucho más completo y la experiencia que posees?
Sí, me parece, la forma que él habla me parece un poco bruto, me parece un poco tonto. Yo creo que lo voy a poder enseñar en la pelea, ¿no? Si él trata de buscar de knockout, pues le voy a enseñar otro nivel que no se ha enfrentado.
Y a nivel personal, obviamente eres un peleador con mucha experiencia, has estado en grandes batallas, una larga carrera. Este tipo de comentarios, este tipo de build-up de cara a una pelea, ¿todavía te afecta a nivel personal o tú haces tu trabajo y no tiene ningún efecto lo que él diga previo a la pelea?
La verdad es que no me afecta mucho, pero sí me molestó los comentarios, pero no me afectan tanto. Mi vida va a continuar normalmente y voy a estar bien, pero ¿cuál era la pregunta, perdón?
Si te afecta a nivel personal, o sea, si te siente.
No me afecta a nivel personal. Esto es solo trabajo y a la escala mayor, esto es solo mi trabajo y esta pelea significa más que la pelea contra Joe Pyfer. Para mí es algo más grande.
Gracias, mucha suerte.
Gracias. Good. Thank you.